Anambra State Police Command intensified hunts for insurgents. National Economic Council to consider establishment of state police. New Senegalese President Faye vows to defend African unity. Remember that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Welcome to the news at 7. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Anambra State Governor's wife, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, has advised those who are celebrating the Easter holiday to be mindful of what they consume and not to allow the occasion to take away their consciousness from right health. The governor's wife, who stated this in her succeeding Easter message, pointed out that it is important for people not to allow the frenzy of the celebration to get a better part of their health or consume out of occasional carelessness. Mrs. Soludo appealed to those who are treating underlying ailments to pay more attention to their health and be mindful of what they eat in order not to worsen their existing challenges. She explained that the general idea of Easter is to share in the resurrection of Jesus Christ through prayers, love, and friendship, and not to heap diseases on the body because of wrong consumption choices. The governor's wife also called for low intake of sugar, fat, and fizzy drinks, as well as abstinence from alcohol abuse, drugs, and other harmful habits that could escalate during the holidays. The Anambra First Lady further urged parents and guardians to watch their children and wards closely at this time and ensure that they do not get involved in unhealthy social activities that might mar their future. While reflecting on the essence of the Easter celebration, Mrs. Soludo appealed to affluent members of the society to reach out to those living around them and share with them in the spirit of love, which is the binding definition of the occasion. She called for prayers for Anambra State and the current administration, reiterating that her husband is keen on delivering a new Anambra State that both the present and tomorrow's generation will be proud of. The Anglican Bishop of Agwata Diocese, Right Reverend Samuel Ezofo, says, without the death and restoration of Jesus Christ, that there will be no hope for Christianity. In a sermon at the Cathedral Church of St. John, Equilobia, during the service to mark Easter Sunday, Bishop Ezofo maintained that the joy of Christians lies in the resurrection of Christ. Speaking on the topic, the implications of Christ's resurrection, Right Reverend Ezofo charged Christians to always give eloquent testimonies about the death and resurrection of Christ and describe Christ's resurrection as a pinnacle of God's redemption for mankind, even as he also charged the faithful to always live a Christ-like life in order to inherit the kingdom of God. Bishop Ezofo maintained that the resurrection of Jesus Christ on Easter Sunday is a total affirmation that any dead object will rise and become lively again, and cautioned the Christians against being afraid of death. Right Reverend Ezofo, who is also the national chairman of the Evangelical Fellowship in the Anglican Communion, EFAC Nigeria, charged those entrusted with positions of leadership to find a lasting solution to the series of hardships among the people, and urged the faithful to use the period of Easter to pray for God's intervention in the myriad of challenges facing Nigerian nation. The service featured a Holy Eucharist, prayers for those in leadership positions, Anambra State and the Nigerian nation. The president of Agwata Diocesan Women's Ministry, Mrs. Chinyere Ezofo, some diocesan officials, and director of Media and Communications of Agwata Diocese, Mr. Abuchunwozo, were among those that attended the Easter church service. Police officers in Anambra State over the Easter weekend arrested an adult male holding a bag in Awada Idemili North Council area. A release by the Anambra State Police Public Relations Officer SP Tochukwu Ikenga explains that the man on sighting the police took to his heels but was chased until he was caught and overpowered. The release states that when the bag he was carrying was searched, it was found to contain an AK-47 rifle with breech number 250-08266. According to the release, a search of the database showed that the AK-47 rifle was not among firearms on charge to Anambra State Police Command. On interrogation, the suspect disclosed that the weapon was procured for a showdown with a rival cult group. Anambra State Commissioner of Police Aderemi Adoye, while commending police officers who make the recovery for their vigilance and tenacity of purpose, directed that investigation be widened and deepened to bring to book all those connected with the arms trafficking, including an alleged financier abroad who provided funds for the purchase. The Commissioner of Police also directed all personnel in the command to rededicate themselves to crime prevention and detection in service of the people in the state. In a keenly contested free and fair election, Master Fitness and Wellbeing Club Oka has extended the tenure of Dr. Emeka Ezenekwe to another 2 years in office as chairman. The election was monitored and certificate of return presented to him by the national chairman of All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, Barrister Sly Ezokenwa. Some stakeholders of the club who also voted during the election include the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Onyeka Chukwu Ibezim, former Speaker of Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uchenna Okafor, the Commissioner for Environment, Dr. Felix Odemewu, top security officers, and some members of Anambra State House of Assembly. Master Fitness and Wellbeing Club Oka is a social club of prominent and responsible members of Anambra State and beyond, whose shared vision is to promote fitness, love, and network. Inaugurating the new executive, Barrister Ezokenwa, who is also the legal advisor to the club, charged the new leadership to remain committed to the tenets of the club, which is to prioritize the health of members and promote brotherliness, and urged them to remain united towards achieving the vision of the great club in Nigeria and across the globe. The chairman of the electoral committee, Mr. Oscar Emeka, explained that the election was conducted in accordance with the constitution of the club, starting from the screening of candidates, accreditation and commencement of the election proper, and expressed delight with the maturity that exists among them. In his acceptance address, Dr. Ezenekwe appreciated the election committee and members of the prestigious club for the call to serve and explained that the club has members from different sectors of the economy and in the diaspora, whose objective is to ensure a world-class clubhouse that will encourage all members of all manner of recreational activities, interactions, and networking, and the club is open to new members with proven integrity and genuine source of livelihood, who will undergo a rigorous screening before admission as a member. In their separate reactions, some members of the club, Mr. Williams Odumo and Chief Chinedunwa Buike, who is based in Abuja, commended the election committee for allowing their votes to be counted and congratulated the new leadership for their victory and assured their continued support. The Deputy Majority Leader of Anambra State House of Assembly, a member representing Njikoka constituency to Dr. Judah Atwar, and stakeholders from the constituency have conducted an inspection tour of Oyago Abag and Anima Road. During the tour, they praised the Governor Chukwuma Soludo for the high-quality road construction in the area and across the state. Dr. Atwar, accompanied by his Njikoka constituency one counterpart, Honorable Chidebele Ibemeka, community leaders of Abagana and Nimo, as well as Abga Faithful, said the inspection is an opportunity to evaluate the ongoing road construction effort. Dr. Atwar commended Governor Soludo for his dedication to enhancing the state's infrastructure, citing the Oyago Abagana Nimo Road project as evidence of the administration's commitment to improving connectivity and fostering socio-economic development in the state, and emphasized the significance of RED project in promoting economic growth and improving the lives of Njikoka residents. In their remarks, Honorable Ibemeka, representing Njikoka Constituency 1 and a special advisor to the Governor on Security, retired Air Vice Marshal Ben Chobi, lauded the Governor's compassion and his fulfillment of his promises to the people of Anambra, expressing confidence that the road will soon be ready for commissioning. The Transition Committee Chairman of Njikoka Council Area, Barrister Clem Agui, traditional rulers of Abagana and Nimo, Igwe Mbamalo Okeke and Igwe Maxi Oliobi, respectively, praised the Governor Soludo for breaking the trend of unfulfilled promises regarding the road, urging the project contractor to expedite the work. Contributing, Anambra Central Zonal Chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, Mr. Ndokaku Okoye, and Njikoka Council Area Chairman of the party, Pharmacist Chinedu Anekwe, encouraged the people of Njikoka to support the governor's administration in appreciation of his effort. Also, the President General of Nimo Development Union, Mr. Dan Anakbe, Vice President General of Abagana, Mr. Nnamdi Okonkwo, advocated for Governor Soludo's re-election, highlighting the road's potential to enhance transportation and stimulate commercial activities. The contractor handling the project, Mr. Mohammed Natraji, assured that the 5.1-kilometer road will be completed the following month, expressing gratitude to the governor for entrusting them with the task. Still to come on the news this morning, NEC, National Economic Council, will reconvene later this month as more state governments have submitted their report on the establishment of state police. According to the report, no fewer than 10 states had begun the process of deploying forest guards to protect farmers and flush out bandits. The Information Minister, Mohammed Idris, when he briefed a State House correspondent after the meeting, said President Bola Tinubu, meeting with the governors, the federal government and state agreed to recruit forest rangers and invest in more training to keep the forest and our borders safe. Also, at NEC's 140th meeting held at the Aso Rock Villa on March 21st, the council received a report from 16 state governors expressing their support for establishing state police. Bassirou Diomaye Faye has been sworn in as the fifth Senegalese president. The 44-year-old Faye becomes Senegal's youngest president. He took over from Macky Sall in an event witnessed by African leaders in the new town of Diamniadio, near the capital, Dakar. The new Senegalese president Faye said before God and the Senegalese nation, he swore to faithfully fulfill the office of President of the Republic of Senegal, Faye said before the gathered officials. He also vowed to scrupulously observe the provisions of the Constitution and the laws, and to defend the integrity of the territory and national independence, as well as to spare no effort to achieve African unity. Over now to sports. WBO African champion Oluwaseun Wahab is set to feature on the undercard of the Ring of Fire fight night, where WBC champion Tyson Fury and unified heavyweight champ Alexander Usyk will meet for their undisputed bout on May 18 in Saudi Arabia. Wahab will battle the unbeaten British boxer Mark Chamberlain in a 10-round lightweight clash at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh. The Nigerian boxer holds an impressive record of 23 wins and 1 loss, with 16 of his victories coming via knockout, while the Brit holds an undefeated record of 15 victories and 11 KOs, as it promises to be an entertaining clash between both boxers. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Edinburgh Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca. Follow us on X at ABS Radio TV. And on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. A quick recap of our major stories. Wife of Anambra State Governor Mrs. Soludo has called on citizens to shun unhealthy social activities. Anambra State Police Command has intensified hunt for insurgents. National Economic Council is to consider establishment of state police. And on the forums, we told you that new Senegalese President Faye has vowed to defend African unity. Remember that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news this morning. Many thanks for joining us. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Good morning.